praised the Takwansuem Police Command for arresting 12 persons following the destruction of railway lines along the Achim-Bonsayure stretch of the Western Railway Corridor. Illegal mining activities have severely damaged a section of the corridor at Bonsayure in the Takwansuem municipality. The devastation follows years of deterioration and neglect of the railway infrastructure. The affected portion of the line was left vulnerable due to the suspension of manganese haulage from Nsuta to Takoradi Harbour for over a year. ChannelOne News' Western Regional Bureau Chief Akwasi Ajenim has more in this report.
Upon the reported devastation of this very railway line by the illegal small-scale miners within this catchment area, and I'm talking about a community called Achim, not far from Inswasreso, Bonsaso, the Western Regional Minister has actually made it here to see for himself the level of devastation that has actually been done to this very rail line. This very rail line was the same narrow gauge that was actually used by the Ghana Railway Company when it last hauled manganese from the Nsuta area where we've been transporting bauxite all the way to Takoradi Port. And today, if the railways decide to actually come back to haul manganese from Nsuta, this is a very line that they would actually have to use. But as we speak, it has very much been devastated by illegal small-scale miners who actually mine this area. If the cameraman can tend, they actually mine this area all the way to the rail line. And as we speak, the place has actually been guarded with water. As you can see, this is how dangerously it has become for anything heavy to actually go onto this. And this is what has gotten the attention of the Western Regional Minister, who today is here to see for him. A resident, Ken Amponsa, briefing the Regional Minister, alluded to the fact that the chief of the town did everything to stop the activities of illegal small-scale miners around the railway, but they refused.
Nana year announcement. To pure rain line who be ala when you in the machine. But no current woman day, Brantian one answer. Yet, honey, mammy, sure, and afraid and why him fear. They are my youth to know. Piana sonte. Yeah, on your den, or you in the machine, and fire them. You feel free her. The made you be in day, or you feel you moon.
This is one of the major bridges actually constructed over here to carry this very railway line. But a look at it shows how the water beneath it is very much polluted. And it's all because of this very illegal small-scale mining that is actually happening just around it. And a look around the area shows pockets of encroachment on the rail line, not just at the Achim community, but all the way through Bonsayure community. You could see pockets or portions of the railway very much encroached and impacted by the activities of Galamsey. The Western Central Operational Commander in charge of the Takwa-Nsuem area and the northern parts of this western region, who just came here to actually join the regional minister in his inspection, is claiming that they have actually arrested 12 persons on the 30th of last month. And since that time, they have not been coming. And they are very much committed to prosecuting these 12 persons and make sure they do regular monitoring of the place.
At approximately 1,000 hours. But actually, that was the day we came to effect the arrest, and 12 people were being arrested. In fact, last week court wasn't in session, so tomorrow they will be, going to court.
The Western Regional Minister, Joseph Nelson, who has been briefed about what is going on here, says he is happy that some 12 persons have been arrested, but he is saying that he'll be very convinced about the fight against illegal mining in the area when these 12 persons actually go through the needed prosecution that they have to actually go through, and the security apparatus over here actually ensure regular monitoring of the area.
Well, this is very concerning, distressful, and You see this, it's so very bad. When we came, we saw some portions of the track, and we thought that we had seen the worst of it, but and this is certainly a very, very worst form of what we've seen today. And there's a lot to be done. This is a long track from Takwa all the way to Takrady. Question is, this is what we have seen today. What is happening on the other side? You and I, are unaware. It could be worse. I'm following the case till its logical conclusion, and that for me is what we must all, do, including yourselves, the media. You must follow this case, to the point where these ones, are put behind bars for years. And then, like I did say earlier, we also make the news public that those who are engaged in these activities will face the full rigors of the law. As we have it, when prosecutions happen and the police are successful, I don't think that the public gets to know about it. So this time, I think that we must make some more effort to let the public know that we arrested these people here or in that town engaged in these illegal activities. And we have secured prosecution. We have been successful at putting them behind bars for years. But there are elders here who see, and in fact, I want to believe that those who do these things live in this town. They live here. They've rented houses here. They live here. That is where they get up every morning and come. They are in the communities. And so to think that this has been going on for weeks, and we couldn't get any public-spirited person, no leader here to show up to say that, look, this thing must stop. If any leader from this community had come here to really show concern, had come here to show leadership, I believe that this matter, would have ended as soon as the people showed up. But it's always the case that, this matter concerns the police, it concerns the MCE, the regional minister. The rest of us are not part, so we can comfortably sit here and watch them, destroy the environment and destroy a national asset like the railway lines that we have here.
The Member of Parliament of the Takwa Insoyem area, Salifu Taylor, who can be seen from behind me and also inspecting, just as the regional minister, is saying that he was actually called in upon seeing the footages all over the place and has been surprised. But his expectation is that the security over here would do their work as expected of them.
And it's a shock to me to come to the site to see the way the area is devastated. Apparently, I saw the post on the social media as well, where they were tagging myself and my MC that we are actively involved in this illegal mining. I want to assure the public, the regional minister is here with me, he knows who I am. We will be the last person to involve in illegality.
A look at it shows a serious devastation of the rail lines, and over here on the portion of the Achim Western Railway Corridor, you could see, because of the Galamsey excavations beneath this very rail line, it's actually been overturned onto the waterlogged area being created by these Galamseyers. According to a railway official who says he's in charge of patrolling the line, the very track they use in patrolling the line has actually broken down, hence their inability to actually do a continuous patrolling of the line.
I've been coming here for some time, and this was started for since so many times. We made an arrestment for about 2 times, and then they stopped. And for then, I didn't come here again. All of a sudden, I heard that it has come to this stage. Their responsibility, we have to get mobility. We use railway, rail car, and the rail car is now spoiled. It's now at Takwa. So we don't have any ways and means to come to lie, even apart from Takwa to this thing, Benso. We don't have any means to travel more than 4 miles. That is why.
Meanwhile, a resident of the community claims these railway workers have been coming to the community to collect money from the illegal operators.
I mean, what baby 6,000 cedis. Somewhere last week, 6,000 cedis. Ya be ya wo ye ya wo be wo nya hwe wona no wati wonye adwuma no na ade nti wa aba yempe kakra mo no fa ko je 6,000 cedis wo misem because boys no wo ye adwuma no obi enya baby nya adwuma wona wo come the one no am boys we tutu ade na because awo abeka che ade o ma wo ka sema wo se nananom awo re nwe sini aye kwan na eti meka de kwan no wo fa ntwe biu nti nananom wo ma ye den biu.
For now, the Western Regional Minister has actually come to see the devastation on this very rail line. And he says he's going to actually act on, despite being disappointed by the call on the Ghana Railway Company, and for that matter, government, is also try to reactivate the Western Railway corridor such that it will scare off the activities of illegal small-scale miners from encroaching on this very rail line. For ChannelOne TV News, I'm Akwese Jenim, Achim in the Takwa Municipality.